Election season continuing to ramp up. Tonight, major Little Rock mayoral candidates are talking about what they'll do to address an uptick in violent crime in the city. Andrew Epperson joining us now live outside City Hall with more on this. Andrew, what did we learn?
Yeah, Bob, at last check, Little Rock's up to 17 homicides so far this year. That's enough to prompt the city's leader and his November challengers to weigh in on violent crime. These scenes are familiar to many living in Little Rock. Someone shot and killed, another homicide victim. City stats show the number of homicides over the last 5 years up 35%. Violent crime as a whole increased by 27%. In an interview Wednesday, I asked Mayor Frank Scott Jr.
What do you think has changed in the last 5 years?
Scott, who's in his 4th year in office, points to certain people having guns as part of the problem.
Those who should not have illegal guns due to being on parole have access to illegal guns and resorting to crime with those illegal guns.
Violent crime's been the focus of the mayor's recent public appearances.
We know that violent crime is up in our city.
He says the pandemic's revealed long-standing economic, health care, and mental health problems, and many of these homicides stem from arguments or domestic violence. The answer, he says, is access, including targeted police patrols.
Our goal is to provide hope to the hopeless. Our goal is to heal communities. That's the reason why we've been so laser focused on targeted community development, particularly south of 630, east of I-30, where most of the crime is in the city.
I asked Scott whether he thinks violent crime will be a main issue for voters in November. He says no.
The voters are going to be concerned about the future. And how do we move forward?
Scott's challengers in the race see things differently. I caught up with former car dealership owner Steve Landers at a campaign event this week. He says he thinks violent crime will be the major issue.
It's like every other day, it's just where's it going to happen at?
Landers says using crime data to decide where to send more officers would make a difference in the short term, and an increase in staffing in the police department is necessary.
You don't have to have police that arrest people just to be arresting people, but you have to have a presence. And data-based policing is a presence.
Both men talked about the need for affordable housing and business opportunities across the city, and the need for long-term de-escalation programs to prevent situations like this.
There's a lot of programs that are really good, and some of them are not really good that we kind of waste money on.
My job as mayor is not to focus on the day, but it's to focus on today, tomorrow, and the future.
Rock City Eats founder Greg Henderson is also running for mayor. I asked him to chime in on the violent crime issue. He sent me a statement which reads, in part, the big problem really is multiple problems that have been allowed to fester. He points to low police staffing and morale as a major part of that, and says, quote, we need to address these issues if we want to see crime decrease, end quote. Live in Little Rock, Andrew Epperson, KARK 4 News.